Hello guys and welcome to this Whiskey Tasting Review channel. I'm Nathan, also known as the Whiskey Speaker. Now today, super excited, I've got the pleasure of bringing to you not one but two whiskey tasting reviews, and they both come from Wales. Now when we think of whiskey, we do think naturally, or majority of the time, we think of Scotland and Ireland, or in some cases, the good old US of A. However, we are firmly on terra firma with Wales today. No, we are not talking about the big blue fish that lives in the sea. We are talking about the country that is represented by this fantastic emblem, the dragon. So, Welsh whisky, it does have some connections to the whisky industry, which I will go into a little detail more on another video when I cover the Penderyn Distillery and go into the behind the scenes, if you like, of what makes Penderyn unique. But in 1903, a distillery up in Bala closed due to the temperance movement and due to the vast abundance of Scotch whisky being readily available and probably slightly cheaper to produce. And since then, nothing until 2000, when over a drink, a group of friends got together to buy a still from a failed business attempt to revive Welsh whisky. They clubbed together, put that still inside a building, which is today the Penderyn Distillery, located at the heads of the valleys in South Wales and just south of the breathtakingly, stunningly beautiful Brecons Beacon Park. If you get a chance to go there, I recommend you do it, especially if you're a photographer or if you just enjoy the outdoors, or you just want to see wildlife in abundance. It is remarkably beautiful. But I get sidetracked. These guys set up the distillery in 2000, and since then they've been going from strength to strength. They have now, I think, sold to over 40 countries around the world, and nothing's going to stop them. Now, the whiskey we've got today, I've got, as I said, two. And this one here is the Hiraf. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And this is part of the Icon series. And in this case, the icon being the dragon. Amongst other emblems, you've also got the leek and you've got the daffodil. But I don't know, but I assume they are not going to come onto the label anytime soon. But this is number 8 in a series of 50. And what's really super excitingly special about this is that this is the first pot still distillation that has been released from Penderyn. I mentioned that they had a Faraday still designed by Dr. Faraday. It's incredibly tall and acts as almost like a hybrid still between a pot at the bottom. However, it's got a column on it with perforated plates and produces whiskey that's so clean, so pure. It's like nothing else you would have ever tasted. But this kind of goes a little bit more to what we know, the pot still. So I had to get my hands on this and then try it. So Penderyn's single malt Welsh whisky with pride, matured in bourbon cask, no chill filtering, and served at a lovely healthy 46%. So let's dive on in and then just see what we've got with this whisky. Now, I've got 2 glasses here today, and the reason for that is that I want to make sure that I don't cross-contaminate between the two, because if I pour, obviously, the whiskies into the same glass, then we're going to effectively kind of create a single blend. Is that such a thing? The category of a single blend? One distillery, 2 different pots or 2 different still types, and then mix them together? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? Time will tell. But we don't want to mix them. So let's give it a go. This is, I would say, amber in colour. It really is like a peach sunset, the sky of a peach sunset. But for all intents and purposes, let's just say amber. Okay. On the nose, That is wonderful. You've got vanilla there, and it's absolutely oozing burnt caramel, and a really deep, rich, malty sweetness on the body. Nutmeg, cinnamon, I want to say digestive biscuit once again, like the kind of malty element. Really rich and sweet. And then just to finish off on the finish, really doesn't last long at all. It disappears very, very quickly. But what you do have is like vanilla and a sweetness that carries on through there, and a rich maltiness. And unsurprisingly, there's kind of an oiliness about it that drives all the way through from start to finish, which is really, really nice. If you like something that's a little bit more full-bodied, something that's a little bit more robust, then actually this is probably a really, really good whiskey. So yeah. Right, that is the Hraf number 8 out of the series of 50 for Icons. The first pot still distillation. Not sure what that's limited to, but I purchased it between about 50 to 55 pounds. Hopefully I got that correct in the price tag there. Now the other one, this one is, oh, I love that sound. This one is actually the peated whiskey. Now the peated whiskey I think currently is restricted, or it's a limited edition run to about 5,000 bottles. So that's really, really nice. So get your hands on it whilst you can. But the distillery itself hasn't used malted barley. It's actually used Laphroaig casks to give the peaty wisp at the end. And that is the result of this. However, the difference between that and this is that that has been in the pot still, and this has been in the Faraday still, the hybrid still, with column stuck on top of the pot. So I expect this to be a hell of a lot cleaner and more fragrant. So yeah, this actually, whilst I remember, I think it retails between 36 and 40 pounds. So yeah, so this one's slightly more expensive, but it's definitely worth the money. And this one's a limited edition, but slightly cheaper. But it also depends on your choice and style of whiskey. So let's give it a go, see what we've got. On the colour, I would just say golden. It is very pale. And then on the nose, it's peppery on the nose, and there's almost like a sand, like a beach where you've kicked up a slightly damp sand into the air. Equally really fragrant, and the vanilla comes through almost so effervescent, if you like, so powerfully driven, like that of a nail varnish that's really kind of really volatile. And interestingly enough, it actually tastes like a fresh potato that's just been turned out of the ground. Fantastic, I love that. So on the body, or on the taste, really sweet, really kind of uplifting. It's bright. There's a maltiness to it. That cereal is really there, and I want to say that there's kind of there is a really kind of mild background of like a citrus fruit in there, and yeah, there's like that digestive biscuit in there, which is really, really, really nice. So the bourbon, or the sweetness in there, the vanilla's in there. It's kind of slightly buttery Scotch as well. On the finish, I'm glad I can fit in the finish because there's not much left. Long, delicate, smooth. Vanilla all the way through. And there's like, I want to say like there's like a kind of raspberryness to it that's been put into like a fruit crumble. It's really, really very nice. Like a slight dark fruit at the end of it. Funny enough, the actual peat is on the nose, but it's that mildness. It's maybe the ashness, the earthiness that's coming through on them kind of potatoes that I described earlier. But through the rest of it, it disappears. It's not there. The spirit overrides the smokiness. So I guess I'd say if you was going to go into peated whiskey and you kind of wanted to break yourself in gently and you weren't a peat head, then actually this is probably fantastic, just simply because you can kind of take that one step at a time, that gentle nudge into the world of peated whiskey. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely beautiful. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen today. If you've got any comments, any queries, and please do drop them in the box below. Give us a thumbs up, and then do subscribe, I should say, not describe. But if you wish to describe anything that I've said, hopefully right or wrong, then please do drop that in the comment box below. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and this is really kind of a platform for everyone to share their knowledge, and I look forward to hearing from any insights that anyone wants to give on recommendations, any tasting notes themselves, anything. This is the platform for anything related to whiskey. But I am really pleased that you've taken the time out of your day to come and listen. So that's it for now, guys. That has been Penderyn. Massive shout out to them. They are doing some wonderful things in the world of whiskey. Can't rate them enough. I think that they are the dark horse of UK whiskey, and I think that they will surprise the industry on quite a few occasions to come. As ever, guys, please do keep safe, enjoy the rest of your day, and bye for now.